Hello, we're going to do a Google Sheet Lesson 1. Let's say we're given this data set. By the way, it is on page 52, problem number 29 in our textbook. Let's try to use Google Sheets to construct a frequency distribution and then create the histogram. This is going to start our understanding of how we can use technology to organize data. Throughout this video, you're going to want to pause, do it on your own Google Sheet, label it page 52, number 29, and start organizing your Google Drive. Make sure you have a statistics folder and a chapter 2 folder within that folder, and then put this example in there. First up, we label columns. Look in your textbook, look on your notes of if I'm constructing a frequency distribution, what do all of those columns have in the table? And I'm going to create those labels. Here are what we use. After I put in all the words, notice how frequency is cut off, midpoint is cut off, relative frequency, cumulative frequency is going through like 3 different cells. So I'm going to show you how you can double click and it'll automatically size but notice the double arrows where I'm at. So double arrows, if I double click it, now I can see frequency F. Double click, you can see the whole word, midpoint, and so on and so forth. The next, I have to figure out what's in every single class. We're actually going to have to calculate how many numbers go into every single class. This problem wants 6 classes, so I'm going to find the range and divide that number by 6, round up. Create your class limits. After we calculate the range divided by the number of classes, 1020 is the class width. So that means from the lower class limit to lower class limit to lower class limit, I'm going to make sure that it has a distance of 1020. Start with 1000, keep on adding 1020. Now, whenever I'm ready for the next, or to go to the higher class limits, I'm going to look at 2020 as the next lower limit. So this class has to end at 2019. Notice how this is extending into the next column. So I'm going to go up, get the double arrows. So notice how I go up, get the double arrows, double click, and it automatically extends the width. I'm going to continue getting the higher limits, or the upper class limits. Done. Once this is completed, now we're going to have to count, either do tally marks, and how many times do we have numbers within this data up here, within this data, do we have between 1000 and 2019? Is start finding numbers between 1000 and 2019 and highlight. So go to the fill color, highlight those. That way you can see what numbers have you gone through, and so on. After you go through and highlight all the numbers or do some sort of system, then record it in the frequency and continue. I'm going to choose to use a different highlighting color just to see if everything that I've marked pink has at least a 2000, and if it's in the 3000s, it's not 3100, it's 3039 or less. So now let's go to the midpoint. For calculating the midpoint, we need to take lower class limit plus upper class limit and divide by 2. So we're going to figure out how to put an equation so that way this calculates the numbers and you don't have to use a calculator. That's going to be our goal. So for this formula, I'm going to go in the first cell and I'm going to hit equals. Because I want to add 2 numbers first before I divide, I'm going to use parentheses. So I'm going to hit open parentheses, 1000 plus 2019, close parentheses, backslash is our division button, 2. And it calculates the midpoint. We're going to do it again. Equals open parentheses, 2020 to 3039. Divide by 2. And continue on. I shouldn't be getting a negative number. So let's say I accidentally get a negative number. Oh, I accidentally put a minus sign instead of a plus sign. Didn't put an equal sign. Whoops. We will use a more sophisticated formula at a different time. Today we're just learning how we can use an equal sign and have Google Sheets become our calculator. Relative frequency. I want to take the individual frequency divided by the total amount of numbers. So now we're going to see how many numbers. I could either physically count the total amount of data numbers, or I could make the Google Sheets do it. What I like to do is put a space between the data and formulas, especially if I'm doing a total. I'm going to find the total number of frequency, meaning the total number of data values in this set. I'm going to start with an equal sign, and I want to add this column. Notice how it actually gives me a suggestion. It says sum because the answer to an addition problem is sum. So if I put equals sum, I could either hit this cell plus this cell plus this cell, and notice how cells are labeled with a letter and a number. But I want it to go from this cell all the way to this cell. So what I'm doing is I start here, but I hold down the clicker, lift up, close parentheses, hit enter. If you missed that, rewind. So 22 is the total. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit equals, for the relative frequency, 12 divide 22 equals 3 divide 22 equals 2 divide 22 equals 3 divide 22 equals 1 divide 22. To check whether or not this relative frequency actually did what I wanted it to do and I didn't make a mistake, the sum of this column should be 1. So we're going to do another total, equals. We want the sum of all of these. I could either click the suggested or I could type it. And you don't need capital letters with this, but I'm going to click and drag, close parentheses, and hit enter. I notice that the total frequency, or the relative frequency total, actually is 1, like 100%. We're good to go. Let's go to cumulative frequency. I want to start with the very first frequency number. So I'm going to start with 12. Then I could either add in my head, or I could hit equals 12 plus 3 to make the computer do it for me if I'm using very large numbers and I want to do this on a quick time frame. But really right now I think we can just input and realize that the last cumulative frequency cell matches the total frequency. To do a frequency histogram, I can highlight, click and drag the first two columns, go to Insert, Chart. I can click and drag it down. That way it's saved. Thank you for watching.